Good morning, guys. Today we're looking for big fish. We've been wanting to do a big fish show. It's that time of year. Tarpon are moving in, sharks are moving in, Goliaths are here. They don't move anywhere. They just sit and eat everything you throw in. Yep. Caleb's got our live well loaded down. We've got live whitebait, dead whitebait, live thread fins, dead thread fins. So we're gonna see if there's some fish busting in here. We're gonna see if we can get on some big fish. Talk to you guys about what we do when we target big fish, because everybody likes to catch big fish. Do you like to catch big fish? I love to catch big fish. But catching big fish, in my opinion, is all about preparation for when that big fish hits. Your knots, your gear, your tackle, your drag, the way you're anchored. You got to be prepared, because I know myself, I can't count how many times I've hooked up on a fish, a big fish, that I lost just because I wasn't prepared. So we're gonna find some fish, anchor up, show you guys how we set up our anchor and stuff like that, and see if we can't put one of the big rods to work. How's your back feeling?
A little better now that we're done trying to catch thread fins.
now that you're done catching bait, your back's starting to chill out a little bit.
Yeah.
Gotta have a strong back for this. So let's go get them. Let's get them today. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's get them.
All right, guys. We made it to the shipping channel. We're fixing anchor, and we do not have an iPilot, so we're gonna show you all the technique that we use to quickly release the anchor, get off the anchor whenever we are hooked up to a big fish, so we can chase them. You know, all we do is we get a decent sized anchor buoy. Thread fins. Get a decent sized anchor buoy, tie our tail end of our anchor rope onto this buoy, and whenever we do hook onto a big fish, we just quickly get it off the cleat and toss it in the water, and that way we got an anchor to come back to instead of just chucking it off in the water.
Well, and how many times have we been, I don't want to say embarrassed, but how many times have we been embarrassed by a fish that's smoking line off the reel and you're trying to pull the anchor?
I'd say more disappointed than embarrassed. You get that big fish and
we knew better.
Yeah, you know, oh, we'll get it whenever we get a bite, and then no, it never works like that. You always want to make sure whenever you're fishing in an area where you possibly might catch big fish, don't be afraid to keep your buoy on. So there it is. Just did a simple uni knot. It's probably going to take me 30 minutes to get the knot out, but we won't lose our anchor. We'll be able to get off the anchor quick and get on our fish.
And Caleb has warned me many times. I can't tell you how many times we've pulled up out here and we're like, oh man, we're just gonna snapper fish, or we're just gonna mackerel fish, or something like that, and he's like, you need to tie the buoy on, tie the ball on, tie the ball on, tie the ball on. It never fails. First fish just smokes it, and we're trying to pull the anchor.
And then the worst part is when he asked me why didn't I tie the ball on. There he is. Oh.
Get him up. I just got eight. Double.
Is it the same fish?
No, I'm under you. Which way? Oh, shoot. Good job, man. What you got?
Is that a cobia?
It looks like cobia. That's a shark. Let's see if we can get this one in before something gets you.
Oh, it's Bonnie. Bonnie.
See if we got a double on bonnet heads. This ain't no bonnet head, dude. This ain't no bonnet head right here.
Come on. It's okay to admit you need help.
Oh, I need help. Watch your fish. I got a bigger shark. That's fun though, man. These fish are actually good to eat, but we're gonna release them. It's a nice shark.
There you go. That's a little better fish.
Yeah, if you just want to pull on something, dude, you never know what you're gonna catch. I know a lot of people frown on sharks, but this one right here is actually perfect. Oh, he's off. Well, at least we got to see him.
Don't worry, we still got Bonnie.
Bonnie! Here, Bonnie. All right, guys. The bonnet head. They will still bite you, but show you guys something real quick, because a lot of people, we see people catch these and they're like, oh, it's a baby hammerhead, it's a baby hammerhead. It is in the hammerhead family, no doubt about it, it is. But if you see that rounded nose like that, that is not a hammerhead, that is a bonnet head. They get, a big one is about 3.5 feet. They're still good to eat, but we're gonna release this guy. He's bleeding a little bit, but he's hooked in the corner, so let's get the hook out, put him back.
Still got him. There you go. Look at that. We were talking about big stuff and we got
I think it's another shark.
big stuff.
I think it's a shark. But be prepared out here, guys, because it's not always a shark. We catch cobia, grouper, tarpon. This is definitely a shark from the head shakes. It's just fun to pull on something bigger, man, for a minute. Might turn into a shark show. It's not a bad one either.
That's actually a really nice one. I think he's a couple inches bigger than Eater.
Yeah,
He might be a
I
little,
don't mess with them any bigger than about 4 foot.
he might be a little too hot to handle.
We got them worked up. But before you keep a shark, guys, no, ooh, oh, you broke it right there. Be able to
That
identify what
tail.
kind of shark it is. And I'm not great at all of them, but the most commonly confused one, that's a pretty little shark.
That is a pretty fish. Look at him.
Little Sambo shark. The most commonly confused ones are the black tip and the spinner. The spinner, you would think the black tip would have black spots on all his fins. The black tip actually has black tips on all his fins except for his anal fin. Spinner sharks have black tips on all their fins, including their anal fins. They look identical, except for that one fin. So make sure you are not keeping a spinner shark thinking it's a black tip, because I promise you, most FWC officers don't care if you didn't know the difference. This little dude right here, thank you. Goodness.
How you feeling?
Fat, old.
Fat?
Fat and old.
But not fat and happy, just fat and old.
Fat and old, dude. Had one grouper on it, got 8. Shark after shark after shark, which I'm not complaining.
I love catching sharks.
I'm not complaining. They're very underrated.
Kind of jealous, actually.
Don't be jealous.
You know,
They're
y'all
very underrated. I'm surprised you don't have a fish on it.
got to thank the man behind the camera. He loses a lot of fishing time with all that.
Let me wear it. Let me wear it. You catch a fish. I'm about tired of pulling on these jokers.
All right, guys. So we finally decided to make a move. We got a little tired of catching some sharks, so set up, did the same thing, got everything anchored, got the buoy on. We're gonna start cutting up some thread fins here in a minute, chunking them out there, and you know, see if we can maybe snag a tarpon or a Goliath.
Grouper, anything,
Grouper.
yeah.
maybe a 24-inch snapper. Who knows?
Hey, they're here. So
Tampa Bay.
that's it.
So let's go ahead and get the stuff chummed up, and we'll get back to y'all in a minute. I was like, what are pinfish doing? I was like, that ain't pinfish. I was like,
Oh, I just got hit.
Look at them.
Mackerel everywhere.
Yeah, I almost brought my fly rod down. So upset.
Sucking up that dead bait, man. Let me get a dead bait, Caleb. If we get a mackerel.
A mac.
So mackerel's a utility fish, isn't that what you call it?
Yeah, it's like the Tahoe of the ocean. Yeah, it's good for a little bit of everything.
There's some big snapper out here too.
You know, you can eat them. They're good the first day. Don't freeze them.
Yeah, that's true.
You eat them the first day. You know, they're good cut bait.
Oh, look at them swarming that bait I just dropped down.
They're great. They're
snapper,
great
big snapper.
time.
Not to interrupt you. Will you move that rod, bud?
Yeah.
A couple nice snapper came up right there with them too. Oh man, they're grabbing it and just dropping it. Picky mackerel. I'll tell you what though, there's one. Nice mackerel. But I tell you what else it is. Drop this guy out whole. Big Spanish. Everything comes to cut bait. See it's a nice Spanish, man. We may keep a few of these and make some smoked fish dip.
Heck yeah.
You don't have to have wire, guys. That's 20-pound. Ooh, watch your toes and your fingers. That's 20-pound fluorocarbon on a 1/0 circle hook. He is spitting up bait everywhere. We're gonna put him in the cooler. Yes, and he went in the cooler with our drinks. So on the artificial?
Yeah.
Well, let's keep chumming. I'm gonna keep chumming heavy and let's see if we can get up. Not yet. He's still on. He just changed directions. This is either a shark or a king. He just made a scream and run, dude. Get the gaff out, Caleb. If it's a king, we'll go ahead and gaff him. He smoked it. He's shaking like a mackerel. Sorry about my hands in the way, guys. He hit it on top, live bait. He's not feeling like a shark. It's a king. Good king, big king. Inside Tampa Bay. What a stud, dude. What a stud. What a stud inside Tampa Bay.
King balls again?
What a stud inside Tampa Bay.
Holy Lord.
Here, bro, why don't you finish it?
Huh?
You finish it. You finish it. You sure? Yeah. Smoker king inside Tampa Bay.
Okay.
That's why you always put out one live bait rod.
You like apples?
I got broke off twice and I had a feeling they were kings.
That is a
That one might have won king of the beach there, baby. That's a 30+ pounder. Hit him from the top, tail down.
top down?
Yep.
Like
Yep.
Where are we gonna put him?
We're gonna cut him in half and put him in that cooler. What a beast, man. Watch your hands. Get him over the side. That's a 40-pound fish, dude. That fish has got to be over 50 inches.
Think so?
Yeah, that fish is over 50.
Oh man.
Double hook rig right in the corner of the mouth. So
there's the big fish, guys.
watch your toes. Guys, that is inside Tampa Bay, 15 feet of water. Always put out a flat line. Let me get a picture of him real quick. I'm gonna show you guys real quick what we caught, kind of setup we caught that king on. See where he grabbed him by the tail of that cast. Okay, so basically what happened was I threw out 2 live baits. I always put a live bait out the back, stick in the rod holder, flat line, just let it swim. You never know. Kings do come up in the shipping channel. So I got cut off twice real quick, and I had a feeling that they were kings. I saw the boil, I saw a flash. So what I did was I went with a double hook rig, 60-pound fluorocarbon, 2 J hooks, smash the barb on this one a little bit, stick it through the eye, nose hook a thread fin. He got all cut up, and it's game on when they're around, and they're here. So we're gonna try to get another one. Oh man, that was fun, dude.
Yeah, that was a great time.
It's been a minute since we pulled on some fish like that. I wish we could have got some of the group rub. That line's getting tight, making me nervous. But I told you I got a little ADD going on, man. I see all kinds of stuff happening. But the key to, what do you think the key is to fishing the shipping channel, Caleb? I mean, to you, what is the most important thing? If you ran a trip tomorrow, what are you focused on when you come out to the shipping channel?
When I come out of the shipping channel, I wouldn't even say it as coming out of the shipping channel. I'd say fishing in general requires lots of variety. You know, you got to think about it quite a bit. You know, cut bait, live bait, the way it's hooked, what kind of hook it's on, you know, leader size. You got to throw everything at the wall until something sticks where they eat it that day. I mean, it's never guaranteed that they're going to eat the same thing tomorrow, possibly so, but you just got to be willing to try everything to get that bite. And that's for inshore and deep water, near shore stuff too.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, I mean, if you know the fish are there,
they gotta be.
That's 50% of the battle.
Yeah.
The other 50% is figuring out how to get those fish to respond and how to catch those fish. Like you know, you hit some good points. Whether it's live bait, dead bait, 40-pound leader, 60-pound leader. Even a lot of times when we come out here, we'll start with, you know, we may start with a 40-pound leader, and if the fish are real aggressive and just bam, 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 hitting everything, fish, 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 fish. Get back to you. That's a good one. So I couldn't get the camera unhooked from the mount to show you guys that. Caleb just got absolutely smoked on the double hook rig. Big fish, boiled on top, busted a few times. Definitely a kingfish fight.
I'd say so.
I'm sorry.
Something like that.
That hurts your feelings.
Yeah, I've never
bit.
caught a kingfish, but it doesn't matter though. As long as you get your biggest kingfish every trip you go out.
Hey man, you know, I mean, most of the time you outfish me inshore.
You know, I'm gonna start whenever I catch a mackerel, I'm just gonna race that line off and call it a kingfish.
We could do that.
That's what we'll do.
But back to what we were saying, guys. Make sure you got lots of variety, lots of different hooks, leaders, baits. Fish those baits different ways, hook them different ways. If you do that, I guarantee you, if the fish are there and you switch up the way you're fishing for them, I guarantee you will catch more fish. Agree?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, a lot of times if you come up on our boat, it looks like some kind of pirate ship or mystery tackle box or something.
There's crap hanging everywhere, and it's not.
We got a thread fin sitting here shaking from a long shank hook.
Well, it's not that, and it's not that we don't know what
it seems
we're doing,
random.
What we're doing, but
it seems random.
We definitely like to keep it
interesting.
We keep it interesting. We definitely keep it interesting, and it's about everybody putting more fish on the deck, more fish in the boat. And if you use these things and keep a wide variety and don't get stuck in your ways so much, I guarantee you that you will catch more fish. That's a 100% guarantee. So, but right now we got to get some ice on this guy. So thanks for watching. Our information as always is at the end of the show. And please call us or message us with any ideas that you have, or comments, or to book a trip. I mean, we'll bring you out and show you exactly what we do. You can be part of the controlled chaos for a day. So it is controlled chaos. But until next time,
Everybody love everybody.
everybody love everybody.